some three-dimensional projects. So what I normally do in my classes is I start out with a 10-piece challenge. And I'm not talking about chicken nuggets, I'm talking about cardboard. So I have pieces of cardboard that I have cut out, and you are going to accept the challenge of creating some sort of sculpture in about 2 minutes using nothing but scissors.
I get to do whatever I want.
Yeah, only 10 pieces, no glue, no tape, only scissors.
I mean, I know what's in it.
And go.
Just do what I want. Okay.
20 seconds.
What?
Alright, what did you make?
I don't know, I just kind of put pieces together. First, it was gonna be like a TIE fighter from Star Wars. That's why I put these on the side. Because like the special ones have like those weird like triangle looking thingies on the side. And then yeah, now it looks more like a robot going like this with 2 giant blade arms instead.
So it's a little bit abstract. So there's different types of sculpture. So this one would be a sculpture in the round. Do you know what that means? In the round?
Because the middle is a circle?
No. Not because it has anything round in it.
I don't know.
So in the round means that you can walk all the way around your sculpture and there's something on all sides. So we are creating sculptures that have dimension in every direction, and we're gonna show some techniques that you guys can use at home in order to create a sculpture. But we need to figure out how we can connect different pieces together. You can use his technique. There's other techniques we can use. You can also use things like glue, tape, string, any other materials that you could find to connect them together.
I only used 7 pieces. I didn't even use the full 10.
What did you do to connect your
So I took
sculpture?
the scissors. So I put a small slit on one end, and then put another on another piece, and I put those slits into each other so they stay.
Okay,
Like that.
so the first technique that you guys can do is like he did, and you basically cut a slit on one piece and another slit on the other, and you just slide them into each other. That's a really great way, especially if you don't have a glue or tape. It's a good way to go ahead and connect it. Okay, that's one way. If we do have glue and tape or string or anything like that, you have a lot of other options. Take one piece and connect it to another, which is what we will do. I love to use masking tape for my sculptures. Take 2 pieces, so you're taking one, you take another piece. What I suggest is put some tape on the first piece, have it hanging off, put it right on top of your second piece, and put the tape down. Okay, you could do that to both sides. We could go ahead and we can make a slot, a tab and a slot. So it's kind of hard to do with scissors. If you have an X-Acto knife, it works better. If you want to poke a hole through it, you could always use like skewers. Make sure you don't poke your finger. At least get it started.
Both. I did 2 stories though.
You can make a slot and then a tab you can stick through. I would not suggest string for most of your things. That seems like a little bit harder, but if it's all you have, you could always use it. Go back and forth. Definitely use it. Thread your string through.
See? Looks kind of like a basketball.
Kind of like thread and fabric. You can make a tab. So if you take a piece and fold it, you could take this and then glue it to another piece. use our glue or tape. Just glue your tab. Lots of different ways you can connect the pieces. There's some different things that you could do with the cardboard. If you have corrugated cardboard, you have that center piece that's kind of like exposed a little bit. If you literally take off that top layer, it shows this corrugation here. So that would be a really great way to add in some texture into your sculpture. Yep. And there's also just stacking. So I talked about a sculpture that is flat on one side on the bottom. This would be a relief sculpture. If I were to take my glue or tape, I of course could always use our tape. Tape my piece on top. We can just do some stacking. So that way it's flat on one side. Do you know what kind of sculpture that's called?
No.
It's called a relief sculpture.
Oh, you said it.
So it's a relief. Alright, so those are some just basic tips. I would try them out, see what works for you. And yeah. You guys at home have lots of different options. Please just use whatever you can at home. I know some of you don't have tape or string or glue or any of those materials, which is totally fine because you can make do with what you do have. Best thing to have is a pair of scissors. So hopefully you have a pair of scissors laying around so that you can at least cut the cardboard. There's lots of different options you can use. So try it out, try some different methods, whatever works for you. You might want to use a combination of different methods depending on what you're trying to make. So just figure it out, see what works for you, use your brain, use your critical thinking, and see what you can do. Alright, so if you do not like drawing, here's a great intro to sculpture for you guys. Do you have anything you want to say?
It's very easy, and also don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified every time we upload a video.
Yes, hopefully we keep uploading videos. We've been taking a lot of videos, so hopefully you love them. Tell us what you like to do. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. Have fun diving into sculpture. Adios, avocados!